Okay, we are now live on YouTube. Hey y'all.
Yay.
Hi y'all. So I have my friend, let me do it the other way. There we go. I have my friend Marissa on here to talk elections today. She is repping the state of Michigan, but she may give us a little bit of information on DC. Yeah, Marissa, please tell the people a little bit about yourself and why you're a voter.
So hi everyone. Good afternoon. Super excited to be here. As Taryn said, I'm Marissa Lena Navarro. I am currently in Michigan. I'm a current 1L at Michigan State College of Law, and so that's super exciting. And I know Taryn because we both graduated at the University of Alabama. And so super excited to also rep Alabama sometimes. But I vote because I know how hard it was for our ancestors to get the opportunity to vote. And so, I mean, that's like my main thing is I want to vote for everyone who didn't have the opportunity to vote and like still currently can't vote. And so, yeah, that's really important to me.
Yeah, and every day they are literally stripping us of our rights. I think being in law
Yeah.
school, like, okay, we saw it on a activist level, but now seeing it in black and white print that is ingrained in the nation's history and traditions, it's like a whole nother level. So
Right.
y'all got to vote. Even though it may seem annoying and everything may seem like it doesn't matter, it doesn't count, but midterms are huge, 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 huge. I would recommend you vote in midterms if you are choosing between midterms and the presidential elections. Midterms are the ones where you really need to be involved. But yeah, so tell us a little bit about what's going on in Michigan. Who are some people that maybe people can look forward to, people should look into, do a little bit of research on?
Yeah. So in Michigan, it's very exciting. We have a lot of women on the ballot, not enough Black and Brown women, in my opinion, but like some important folks to look out for is our governor, Gretchen Whitmer, is running for reelection as the only Dem on the ballot. And so definitely get out and support her. She has some folks running against her. And if you live in Michigan, you've probably seen their campaigns on billboards or on the news or on the TV as advertisements and stuff like that. And so, in any way that you can help, either getting out and just like talking to your family about her or I don't know, social media and stuff like that. I mean, anything is a big deal. Also, our Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, is also running for reelection. And then our Attorney General, Dana Nessel, is also up. I have communicated with our Attorney General on Twitter before because she loves fat squirrels and I do too. And so, just as like a little side note, she's like super cool. And so, yeah, those are some of the women who are running that a lot of people have gotten to know since they were elected. And they've been doing great for our state and have holding folks accountable on a lot of different issues. And so I'm excited to see them be reelected and continue to like push Michigan forward.
Yes, that is huge. And those roles and positions that Marissa just gave y'all are super important. Like the Secretary of State that literally controls how elections run in our states. So huge position. You want to make sure that you have somebody good in that seat. I'm from Georgia. No shade, no tea, a little shade, a lot of tea. But just look into what the Secretary of State who's in office now has done over the past couple of years. And there's just a better way to do it. We can totally reimagine how we want our communities to look. And we can do that by supporting the women or men, but we really amplify women here on this platform. We want to support them and make sure that they know that people are rallying them on, that we're putting our money behind them, that we're showing up to meetings, not just simply casting our vote for them. So that's one little piece. Tell us a little bit about, why do you think it's important for other people to get out, even when things are, again, literally crazy all around us? Why should people still feel an urge to get out and vote on election day?
Yeah, I think these last couple years, as like our generation has like grown up and have been in the know, have experienced what a recession feels like, and I think that for me was enough. But if not, I think just like Roe v. Wade, and like seeing a lot of our rights being stripped away or folks trying to take our rights away should be enough motivation for folks to like want to get out. Um, and I don't know, it's important to me that like even when some of my family members are like, I don't know about voting, like I've been on this earth long enough to see that voting doesn't always like matter for like the working class folks or the folks that like maybe they don't get time off to vote, or it's not like a big priority to them because they're like trying to like fend for themselves and their
Yeah.
families. I think just reminding them of like what's at stake, and it can always be worse. And so I think going back to the Roe v. Wade stuff, one of the proposals on our ballot in Michigan has to do with making it a constitutional right, for abortions. It's one of the, I think Michigan and a couple other states are one of the only states to have a proposal on the ballot in November. And so I definitely recommend folks reading up on that. But yeah, it establishes an individual right for reproductive freedom in our state. And so, yeah, be sure to check that out.
Yes. Okay. And okay, two more questions. How do you care for yourself when you are doing this kind of work, when you're encouraging people, when you're educating yourself? Being in law school is no easy feat. So how are you taking care of yourself in this season?
Mhm. I think just having a community around you that really supports you and loves you, and also make sure that you're not doing too much, because it's so easy, especially like being in law school. And even if you're not in law school and you're just working or you're like raising families and stuff, you're not really thinking about like self-care as a priority. And so just having a support system around you to make sure that like you're checking in on yourself and you're making sure that you're not going to burn yourself out, because I feel like that's even worse than anything, because
Yeah.
you aren't going to be able to help the people around you, and you're not going to be able to do what you want to do if you burn out.
Burnout is real. It's super real. And it's not something that just happens overnight. Like that is something where your body is telling you over time that, pay attention to me. I'm needing some rest. I'm needing some time to me. Okay. Last thing, give the people some important dates that they need to mark down on their calendars, on their Google calendars, their planners, whatever they keep their dates, let them know the dates.
Yes. So, as a law student, I'm probably not going to make it home during the week to vote um, at my regular polling area. And so I have, um, I just submitted my absentee ballot. And so if you're going to be away from home, please plan to either go to your clerk's office and vote, or sending your absentee ballot so then you can like get that in the mail before. And so the last day to vote early by absentee ballot is November 7th at 4 p.m.
November
So
7th, 4 p.m. Okay.
yes, so be sure that you got that date, and we can like drop some links, I'm sure, in the little box thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then the last day to register to vote is November 8th at 8 p.m. So on election day, Michigan's one of those states where you're able to do that. I'm pretty sure we voted on that in a previous year.
That's huge.
Yeah, which is important. And I know a lot of states don't have that. And so be sure, if you're unfamiliar with that process, to check in and see if you're able to register to vote on the day of election. So then you're not going somewhere and they're like, well, you haven't registered to vote.
Right.
And so, yeah, just go to your Secretary of State website, your DMV website, and just make sure that you have all your ducks in a row, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
But those are some important dates in Michigan.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Fran. And show the people your shirt because it's so fly that
yes.
as soon as she takes it off, not gonna lie.
Make sure you get out and vote. And if you have any questions, Taryn has so many resources for y'all to get it all together. And yeah, just stay active in your community. Your community needs you just as much as you need it.
Oh, I have nothing else to say after that. Thank you, Marissa. I love you.
No worries. Love you too. Thank you so much for having me on your channel. And I'm sure we will talk soon.
Yes. Love you. I'll text you.
Bye.